Hey church, so we're going to be reading in the prophet book Haggai chapter 1. In this chapter there are quite a few names, and so I'm not going to read all the names because as Lisa interprets this devotional for the deaf community, it's difficult to translate these long different names than what you and I use in today's world. So what I'm going to do is say this. As we read the scriptures on August 29, in the second year of King Darius's reign, the Lord gave a message through the prophet. Now I'm going to skip on down to verse number 2. This is what the Lord of Heaven's army says. The people are saying, the time has not yet come to build the house of the Lord. Then the Lord sent this message through the prophet. Why are you living in luxurious houses while my house lies in ruins? This is what the Lord of Heaven's army says. Look at what's happening to you. You have planted much, but harvest little. You eat, but are not satisfied. You drink, but are still thirsty. You put on clothes, but cannot keep warm. Your wages disappear, as though you were putting them in pockets filled with holes. This is what the Lord of Heaven's army says. Look at what's happening to you. Now go up into the hills, bring down timber and rebuild my house. Then I will take pleasure in it and be honored, says the Lord. You hoped for rich harvests, but they were poor. And when you brought your harvest home, I blew it away. Why? Because my house lies in ruins, says the Lord of Heaven's armies, while you are busy building your own fine houses. It's because of you that the heavens have withheld their dew and the earth produces no crops. I have called for drought on your fields and hills, and drought to wither the grain and grapes and olive trees and all other crops. A drought to starve you and your livestock, to ruin everything you have worked so hard to get. Well, this is a challenging message from God through the prophet to his people. And what God is telling them is, he called them with a purpose. If you know the history of the people here, they had been released from captivity to come home to build the temple of God. And they started and did not continue. Instead, they got wrapped up in their own lives, their own things, building their own homes, making their own money and business, etc., etc., etc. And the Lord's like, the reason why things aren't flowing right and things aren't working right is because you've neglected me. You're not putting me first in your life. Church, this is not a plea for your money to be sent to CFF. This is not me saying, hey, you need to make sure no. This is God saying, I must be the priority in your life. Stop allowing God to be the afterthought of all of your busy schedule, of all the things you have to get done in life, of all the things you do. We need to make God a priority. It's his call. Let's be his church.